The mold page is used to configure the mold movements. It consists of the mold close area on the top, and the mold open area on the bottom of the page. In these two areas the user can configure movement parameters and profile steps, and set some additional settings as well. Let us first take a closer look at the mold close area. The top part of the area shows force and velocity graph. The thicker green and brown lines represent set velocity and force, while the lighter ones represent their actual values. By unmarking the checkboxes on top of the graph, it is possible to hide the set profiles, if so desired by the user. The vertical line on the graph represents the stroke position. Underneath the graph, we have a set of inputs, used to set up the mold closing profile. Up to 10 profile steps are possible, with a minimum of 3 steps. As we enable or disable the step checkboxes, we can notice the changes to the set values in the graph. The last 3 steps are always active, and starting from the position of the second profile step, mold protection is applied. Mold protection is active from the stroke position in the second step, all the way up to the minimum closing position, set in the first profile step. If the mold does not reach this minimum position in the time period set in the highlighted input field, an alarm will be activated, and machine movement stopped, to prevent possible damage to the mold and the machine. Aside from the standard mold protection, some machines, if the option was purchased, have the advanced mold protection. The function is explained in detail in a separate video. Here we just show that it's also possible to enable it from the mold page by checking the highlighted checkbox. The indicator on the right will show when the advanced mold protection is active, during automatic production, in yellow color. If the mold movement is inside the set limits at the end of mold close movement, it will be green. In case protection is triggered, the indicator will be red, and an alarm will be activated. If the option is not available, it won't be visible on the mold page. Next, we have the actual value of force, displayed in the highlighted field. Underneath it the user can set clamp locking speed, as well as clamping force. In case the user wants, mold close movement can be attempted multiple times, if the mold protection is triggered. For example, if we set the retries number to 3, the machine will repeat the mold closing movement 3 times, before producing an alarm. Next, let's take a look at the mold open area. Again, we have a profile graph showing set and actual velocity and force. Underneath it a set of input for configuring the profile steps can be found. Up to 5 steps are possible. On the bottom of the area is the high force mold open distance input. We hope this video tutorial was helpful. If you have any other questions regarding mold page, please leave a comment below, or contact us directly through our customer service channels. Thank you, and have a nice day.